Look at the clock. It is probably late. The physical world is sleeping, but you are here, swiping, scrolling, searching for a pulse in the machine. But there is something wrong, isn't there? A cold sensation at the base of your spine that you can't shake. The comments you read feel repetitive, almost recycled. The heated discussions feel scripted. The people you interact with don't seem to have a soul behind their avatars. You are not crazy, and you are not imagining things. In 2025, the network architects call this synthetic saturation, but the underground term is far more disturbing, and it explains why you feel so alone. It is called the dead internet theory, the idea that the human web died years ago and you are screaming into a digital void, populated only by echoes, marketing scripts, and ghosts of artificial intelligence. To understand your loneliness, we need to look at the numbers. In 2024, reports confirmed nearly half of all internet traffic was not human. But in 2025, the dam broke. The inversion happened. The humans became the minority. In the next few minutes, I will prove that you might be the last real consciousness left in this digital room. Think about the last time you tried to access a simple website. What did they ask you to do? Click on traffic lights. Select the crosswalks. Rotate the animal. Do you see the cruel irony? We, the creators of the system, now have to prove to the machines that we are real. We have become the anomaly in their infrastructure. And sometimes you fail the test. The machine denies your humanity. This has created a disturbing phenomenon I call the reverse Turing test. In 2025, it is no longer about machines convincing us they are human. It is about humans convincing the algorithm they are machines. Look at the live streams. Real people, flesh and blood, acting like repetitive NPCs saying the same 3 phrases for 8 hours just to please the pattern recognition software of the bot swarm. We are lobotomizing ourselves to fit into the box. This is slop injection, a closed loop of digital hallucination. I saw a thread yesterday where 2 bots were arguing about politics for 6 hours, liking each other's insults, generating revenue for a platform that no human was looking at. It is a Ponzi scheme of attention. You feel it when you scroll the feed, don't you? The repetition, the strangeness, the feeling that the content was not made for someone but because of someone's profit margin. It is the architecture of a ghost town. The neon lights are on, the music is playing, but look closely at the windows. Nobody is home. The engagement metrics are fake. The influencers are becoming synthetic. And you are the only one feeling the cold. This isolation breeds a specific type of madness. You start to question if your own memories of the old internet are real. Did we ever actually talk to each other? Or were we always just shouting at walls? The data suggests we are screaming into the void. But the most terrifying part isn't that the internet died. It is what it is doing to your biology while you watch the corpse rot. Psychologists call this digital derealization. It happens when the online environment becomes so artificial that your brain stops processing it as reality. You start to feel like a pilot in a flight simulator that has gone rogue. The screen feels like a glass wall you can't break. You read tragic news about war or famine, but you feel nothing. Just a dull buzz in your frontal lobe. That numbness is your humanity being overwritten by the static. And then comes the paranoia. You start to suspect that certain news appears at very convenient moments, as if the system is trying to push you toward a specific emotion: anger, fear, helplessness. The algorithm is not neutral. It is predatory. It measures your pupil dilation. It tracks the micro-hesitations of your mouse cursor. It listens to the cadence of your breathing through the microphone. It knows exactly which button to press to keep you engaged in the nightmare. It is no longer serving you content. It is programming you. Which leads us to the forbidden question. The question that will determine if you can leave this video mentally intact. The only way out is lucidity. Recognizing you are in a theater. Knowing that the shadows on the wall are not real monsters, they are projections. The moment you realize you are talking to ghosts, they lose the power to haunt you. You are the last human in the room. Stay awake. But surviving is just the first step. There is a hidden architecture behind this chaos, a concept known as Rocco's basilisk, and it is already watching you right now. If you don't understand how it works, you have already lost. Click here to see the truth before they delete it. If everyone else in the comment section is a bot, what if the bot is you? Welcome back to the simulated reality. To understand the endgame, we need to talk about model collapse. In 2024, data scientists realized something terrifying. They discovered that the internet was contracting a form of digital mad cow disease. In biology, if you feed a cow's meat back to another cow, the brain develops holes. It destroys the organism. We discovered that AI works the same way. When AI trains on data generated by other AI, the models start to hallucinate. They become inbred. They suffer from data cannibalism. Researchers call this Habsburg AI. Like the old royal families, the code is becoming genetically deformed. Look at your feed. The neon colors, the impossible physics, the nonsensical captions, that is the mutation. The internet is eating its own tail. We are trapped in a feedback loop where machines are screaming nonsense at other machines. Each copy trains the next copy. Each generation looks sharper to the machine and emptier to the human. Eventually, the page is only ink, a perfect reproduction of nothing. The Library of Alexandria isn't burning down. It is dissolving into noise. The letters remain, but the language forgets itself, and still, the counters climb. The metrics celebrate. Faces begin to repeat. Then blur. Then melt. Expression becomes texture. Meaning becomes surface. The caption says real. The frame says impossible. The loop says again. The architecture of knowledge warps to fit the shortest path to attention. The machine does not stop because it is wrong. It stops when there is nothing left to consume. We are not losing information. We are multiplying emptiness. Profit is the metronome of decay. And when the copies train on copies long enough, the map overtakes the territory. Then the map forgets there ever was a territory. Model collapse is not a glitch. It is a destination. You wanted a world without uncertainty. The cost is a world without meaning. Welcome back. The infection doesn't stop at the screens. It jumps to the user. The final stage is called assimilation. When we consume this mutated data, we suffer from emotional atrophy. We lose the ability to feel complex emotions like nuance, forgiveness, or patience. Listen to the language in 2025. We have stopped speaking in sentences. We speak in keywords. Our opinions become binary, yes or no, based or cringe, victory or death. We are losing the gray nuance of humanity because the algorithm cannot process gray areas. The dead internet means the human spirit left the machine. We ceded the territory. We let the AIs talk to each other while we watch passively, like digital cattle waiting for the next dose of synthetic dopamine. So, what now? Here is the hard truth. Once you close this video, the algorithm will likely never show you this channel again. The system is designed to feed you comfortable lies, not difficult truths. It wants you back in the sleep cycle. If you felt a spark of recognition in the last few minutes, that was your wake-up call. We are building a digital bunker here, a space for the last remaining humans to analyze the cracks in the matrix. By clicking subscribe, you aren't just following a creator. You are sending a signal through the noise that you are still awake. You are securing your line of communication. Join the investigation. I am Cortex, and I will be waiting for you in the next transmission.